Hello, I want to talk to everybody about the overheating issue I had with this car. Just in case some of you may have the same problem. The issue I was having was it turned out to be my electric fan. But the issue that I was having is that it would kick on at certain times. So it was they refer to at the forum as the soft fail, meaning if it's really hot outside and it gets up to temperatures, the fan will actually not engage anymore. Even if you hook it up to IMPA and you activate it, it won't activate. It'll throw the error code. But if you let it cool down, and it's early in the morning, and you hook it up to IMPA, it's actually going to kick on. It'll turn on and turn off whatever percentage you want to do, from 10% to 80%. It'll kick on. But once those temperatures start rising, if you start driving and it's really hot outside, it won't engage anymore. You can try hooking it up to IMPA and it won't engage. So that was the issue I was having. I didn't know what it was. One of the main things that you need to know about this car is you need to know the operating temperature. If you don't know the operating temperature of the car, then you can look at a forum and there's various answers, but you should have a OBD2 and at least a torque app to monitor your temperatures and know what your car running at. This car runs really hot. It's when I'm on the freeway, it depends on the condition, whether you're at a stop or if you're driving constantly. It all depends on the conditions and what the ECM is reading, the DME is reading. So these cars run between constantly, I always see it at 206 and 204 Fahrenheit. No matter the condition, it always runs at that. It tries to maintain that temperature. Then it'll sometimes, the fan will kick in and it'll go down to 193, 197 below the 200s for just a bit. But again, the operating temperature of what these cars run is at 204, 206. It'll stay there constantly. So these cars are designed to run hot. So what I replaced the temperature sensor that's right there on the low radiator. I also replaced this, got it from SCP Euro, both of my items. And I bought this electric fan from SCP Euro and it wouldn't kick on. I think it was my fault, since maybe I got a faulty one, or it was my fault because I didn't know the operating temperature. So I don't remember if I erased the codes, because again, if the car has a code, if the car is throwing a code for the electric fan and you don't erase that code, the car's IMPA's not going to read it. So you need to erase that code. So I don't remember if I did that, but anyways, I ended up returning that. I thought it wasn't the electric fan, so I ended up returning that item back to SCP Euro. And I was just stuck. I didn't know what to do. I had replaced everything. The fan would kick on sometimes. I really thought it was my wire. There's a wire here. There's two wires. One wire runs to the DME, and I thought it was that one. I actually made my own little harness to try to. I had continuity. I made my own little harness. I was really frustrated. So at the end, I'll link the forum too, my forum, and then in my forum that I started, the thread, I actually give credit to a website, another thread that was there, that I decided to, let me just try the electric fan again. Maybe it'll work this time. And just because of that thread, they had the same issue as me. They called it a soft fail on the electric fan. I decided to replace it again, and voila, it worked. I couldn't be more happy when that happened. I was so excited that happened, because it took me a few months, to do that. I was very frustrated, did not know what to do. And at the end, it turned out to be the electric fan. So if it's gonna be, I'll post a link to the forum. But it's a soft fail, meaning that the fan will turn on at certain times. During winter, it would kick on because obviously there's lower temperatures, and maybe the wire, I don't know, but during winter, the fan would kick on and off sometimes, and I could hear, and I remember it turning on during winter. And during the summer, that's when I had the issues. And you don't want to run you don't want to run this car since they run extremely hot because of the thermostat. You don't want to run these cars on even if the fan is not running. During winter, I would drive it because my actually before the wire here was very, I don't know, but it ended up breaking. There was not enough contact, so my thermostat was stuck open, so I was able to drive it. You shouldn't, but I was able to drive it and monitor the temperatures, and it would stay between the 80s, 180, maybe 70. It would hit sometimes, but it stayed within that range. So I was able to drive it during the winter. But if your thermostat is not stuck open, I would not recommend driving it because the car will overheat. When I replaced the thermostat and I tried driving it and I still had that same issue, I was scared because these cars run at 204, 206. So when you know that your fan's not going to work, if your temperatures goes above, it'll hit maybe 208 once in a while, but it's rare. But it'll come down immediately to the 204, 206 range. But if it does go up to 210, 215, yeah, your fan's not working. Shut it off because it's gonna overheat. The DME does not allow the car. If the fan's working, it will not allow the car to get that hot. All right, so that's all I want to let you know. So hopefully this video helps somebody out, especially if, most forums are gonna tell you what to do. If you replace already, like I said, if you replace this part right here and then the sensor and it's still having that same issue, and then your fan, especially when your fan's kicking on with input and then eventually it doesn't do it, it's your fan, just replace it. But remember your operating temperature. You have to know exactly what the operating temperatures of this car are. All right, hopefully this helps somebody. If you have any other questions, just let me know.